What if I told you that one football match had everything? Heroes and villains, heartbreak and hope, a dramatic comeback, and a moment of magic that turned a player into a legend forever. What if I told you that even after leading 2-0, Argentina nearly lost everything? And what if I told you that the greatest player on the pitch didn't score a single goal in the final, yet still became the hero of the entire tournament? Stay with me until the very end, because today's story is not just about football. It's about pressure, belief, courage, and the unforgettable night when Diego Maradona led Argentina to one of the greatest victories in FIFA World Cup history. June 29, 1986, the iconic Estadio Azteca in Mexico City was packed with more than 114,000 passionate fans. The atmosphere was electric. Millions around the world were glued to their television screens. On one side stood Argentina, led by the magical Diego Maradona, a man who had carried his nation through the tournament with genius and determination. On the other side stood West Germany, disciplined, resilient, and known for never giving up. This wasn't just a football match, it was a battle for immortality. The world was about to witness one of the greatest FIFA World Cup finals ever played. Argentina had entered the tournament with critics questioning whether they depended too much on Maradona. But game after game, Maradona silenced every doubter. His famous goal of the century against England in the quarterfinals became one of the most iconic moments in football history. His leadership inspired his teammates, and his brilliance gave Argentina belief. Meanwhile, West Germany had fought their way into the final through determination and tactical discipline. They were not flashy, but they were efficient. They had survived difficult moments throughout the tournament and had earned their place in the final. As the referee blew the whistle to begin the match, tension filled the air. Every pass mattered, every tackle carried weight. Every player understood that 90 minutes separated them from eternal glory. Argentina started confidently. They controlled possession and looked dangerous whenever Maradona touched the ball. West Germany remained organized, waiting patiently for opportunities to strike. Then came the breakthrough. In the 23rd minute, Argentina won a free kick. The ball was delivered perfectly into the penalty area. José Luis Brown rose above the defenders and powered a header into the net. Goal. Argentina led 1-0. The stadium exploded with celebration. Brown, who had entered the tournament with injury concerns, had given Argentina the lead on football's biggest stage. West Germany tried to respond, but Argentina defended with discipline and confidence. Maradona orchestrated attacks, moving across the pitch with elegance and intelligence. Every touch from him brought excitement and anticipation. The first half ended with Argentina holding their advantage, yet everyone knew that West Germany would not surrender easily. The second half began, and Argentina continued pushing forward. In the 56th minute, they struck again. Jorge Valdano received the ball and calmly finished past the German goalkeeper. Goal. Argentina 2, West Germany 0. It seemed over. Argentine fans celebrated wildly. Commentators praised Maradona's leadership. The players embraced each other. The World Cup trophy appeared to be within touching distance. But football has a cruel way of testing dreams. West Germany refused to accept defeat. They kept fighting, believing that as long as time remained on the clock, anything was possible. In the 74th minute, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge scored from close range. Goal. Argentina 2, West Germany 1. Suddenly the momentum shifted. German players sensed hope. Argentine players felt pressure. Fans held their breath. 7 minutes later, disaster struck for Argentina. Rudi Völler found space and scored the equalizer. Goal. Argentina 2, West Germany 2. The impossible had happened. A 2-goal lead had vanished. Millions of Argentine supporters were stunned. German fans erupted with joy. The final had transformed into chaos. But what happened next would define Diego Maradona's legacy forever. Even though he hadn't scored in the final, he was about to produce the moment that separated great players from true legends. With extra time approaching, fear and exhaustion filled the stadium. Players struggled physically and mentally. Every mistake could become fatal. Then, in the 84th minute, Diego Maradona received the ball. The German defense immediately focused on him. Throughout the tournament, opponents had tried to stop him with aggressive marking and relentless pressure. But true greatness reveals itself during moments of maximum tension. Maradona looked up. In a split second, he saw an opportunity invisible to everyone else. With extraordinary vision and perfect timing, he delivered a precise pass through the German defense. Jorge Burruchaga sprinted forward. German defenders chased desperately. The entire stadium stood on its feet. Burruchaga advanced toward goal. One touch, another step. Then he struck the ball beyond the goalkeeper and into the net. Goal, Argentina 3, West Germany 2. Pure madness erupted inside Estadio Azteca. Argentine players celebrated wildly. Fans cried tears of joy. Maradona raised his arms toward the sky. In one magical moment, Argentina had reclaimed their dream. West Germany pushed desperately for another equalizer, but Argentina defended heroically. Every clearance felt like survival. Every second felt like eternity. Finally, the referee blew the final whistle. Argentina were world champions. Players collapsed to the ground. Some laughed, others cried. Maradona embraced his teammates as emotions overwhelmed him. He had achieved football immortality. To understand why this victory meant so much, you have to understand Diego Maradona's journey. Born into poverty in Villa Fiorito, a struggling neighborhood on the outskirts of Buenos Aires, Maradona dreamed of changing his family's life through football. He played with passion because football represented hope. Against every obstacle, he rose to become one of the greatest talents the world had ever seen. Yet with greatness came enormous pressure. Millions expected miracles from him. Critics questioned him constantly. Opponents targeted him physically. But Maradona never stopped believing. In Mexico 1986, he carried the hopes of an entire nation. For Argentina, a country facing economic and social challenges, football became a source of pride and unity. Maradona wasn't just a captain. He became a symbol of resilience and possibility. The final against West Germany wasn't simply a sporting contest. It was the climax of a remarkable journey built on sacrifice, courage, and determination. And here's the most surprising part. Despite not scoring in the final, many experts still consider Maradona's performance throughout the 1986 World Cup the greatest individual tournament performance in football history. Why? Because football isn't only about goals. It's about leadership, vision, influence, inspiration. Maradona finished the tournament with 5 goals and 5 assists. He dictated games, created opportunities, lifted teammates, and delivered under pressure. Whenever Argentina needed something extraordinary, Maradona provided it. That is why he won the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player. Even today, decades later, debates continue about who is the greatest footballer of all time. Names like Pelé, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Johan Cruyff are mentioned. But for millions of fans, Diego Maradona's performances in Mexico 1986 remain unmatched. Did you know that the 1986 FIFA World Cup Final was played in Estadio Azteca, one of the most iconic stadiums in football history? More than 114,000 spectators attended the match. José Luis Brown scored, despite battling injuries earlier in the tournament. Maradona did not score in the final, but provided the decisive assist for Burruchaga's winning goal. Argentina won their second FIFA World Cup title with this victory. 4 years later, Argentina and West Germany met again in the 1990 World Cup Final, where West Germany won 1-0, gaining revenge for their heartbreaking defeat in 1986. Football often creates stories more dramatic than fiction, and this rivalry became one of its greatest chapters. If this story gave you goosebumps, hit the like button right now. Comment below and tell us, Do you believe Diego Maradona delivered the greatest World Cup performance of all time? Share this video with every football fan you know, because moments like these deserve to be remembered forever. And if you love football history, legendary matches, and unforgettable stories from the beautiful game, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. The 1986 FIFA World Cup Final was more than just 90 minutes of football. It was a story of dreams tested by adversity, of champions refusing to surrender, and of a genius rising when his nation needed him most. West Germany showed extraordinary character by coming back from 2 goals down. Argentina demonstrated resilience by finding the strength to respond. And Diego Maradona reminded the world that true legends don't always need to score to define greatness. Sometimes, one perfect pass is enough to change history forever. Decades have passed since that unforgettable night in Mexico City. Yet the emotions remain alive. The roar of the crowd, the tension of the comeback, the brilliance of Maradona, and the joy of Argentina lifting the trophy continue to inspire generations of football fans. Because some matches end with the final whistle, but their stories live forever. And the story of Argentina's 3-2 victory over West Germany in the 1986 FIFA World Cup Final will always be remembered as one of football's greatest masterpieces.